Alright, what up, y'all? It's Metaphor back for more to kick the row off, representing everyone's you and I verse. We're gonna do a video on Scorpio fifth house, which is Cancer rising. Scorpio being that fixed water, and Cancer being that cardinal water, right? So your first house will always correlate with your fifth house. So right, you got a first house water, you're gonna have a fifth house water. You follow me? So fifth house is fixed water. Sorry, pardon me. Scorpio is fixed water, right? So fixed on their own way of feeling the emotion, right? In the fifth house, you're going to express this way of feeling, right? So you have this deep emotion. You're going to have this behind the scenes nature that way you express yourself, right? So you may have an underlying expression, even though you are seen to express. Like, let me put it this way: everyone sees the expression this way, but you actually have this underlying expression that very few would actually comprehend, right? And it's like if you really know this individual, right? If you really know how this Cancer first house feels, then you'll understand where this fifth house Scorpio come from, right? Because Cancer like the two motherfucking fish swimming in between each other, right? So why motherfuckers say they bipolar and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be rocking with like all these terms that motherfuckers make up. Like you got psychological issues, motherfuckers that made psychological issues. But yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, yeah, fifth house Scorpio would be this expressing yourself in this fixed water, right? So you're gonna be a little bit icy in your expression. You see what I'm saying? You might be, you know, you sometimes want to express yourself in like this feeling that you've already accumulated, right? And can't nobody break you out of that shit, right? But in this fifth house, right, with the Scorpio being here, you kind of want to break the ice a little bit, right? And not be so intense with your expression, right? And this is kind of like a square, right? Because the fifth house generally creates, and the fifth house created Leo, right? And the eighth house created Scorpio, right? So these things square, right? Because they're 90 degrees, not 90 degrees. You got fifth house, sixth house, and fifth house. And your sixth house would be the 30 degrees. Seventh house would be 60 degrees. You have your 90 degrees, which would be a square, and that'd be your eighth house, right? So it creates this 90-degree angle, right? So it's like the fifth house like to express themselves and be all the way open, right? But the eighth house like to be behind the scenes. So whenever they intersect, it creates this square, and it's like am I gonna have to sting your ass? Like the eighth house, always thinking, do I gotta sting your ass for the way that you express yourself? You trying to be on the stage too much. You know what I mean? You trying why you think you shining like that? You know what I'm saying? Well, hold up a thing, but yeah, that's about squares. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm breaking this down is because this uh Scorpio coming from the eighth house, that deep and dark nature, being in the fifth house, it's a learning process, right? So you can't always be so intense. You can't always be deep and dark. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Scorpio gotta, show the emotion. You know what I'm saying? Show the actual, real, raw emotion. You know what I mean? Scorpio want to show you something to the point where you don't what's the word I'm looking for? It's like Virgos be having that hard face. You know what I'm saying? So you don't got that resting bitch mentality. Resting bitch expression. You know what I'm saying? Because like you hold on to these emotions so much to the point that they become so icy and hard. You know what I'm saying? To the point that it's like hitting the iceberg. It's like what they call that? It's like the Titanic hitting that iceberg. You know what I'm saying? It's having all this fun and expressing stuff, and then boom, it hit the ice, and it's like ooh, that didn't feel good. That didn't feel too good hitting the ice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so your fourth house would be Libra, which is that cardinal air, you know what I'm saying? So in the home you're very communicative, right? So it's like, you can use these other houses to kind of comprehend the way that you could, bring this fifth house into a little bit more ease, right? So maybe with this Libra, you expressing yourself and relating in the home, these real close emotions to you, right? So if you can get these out in the home, then it won't be so icy in that fifth house. It won't be so um I wanna say it's like hold no punches, but what's the shit I'm looking for? It's like people look at you like you ain't missing a step or something like that. It's like People don't see you sweat. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, in the fifth house, people don't see you sweat. You know what I'm saying? The way you express yourself, people don't see you sweat because you always you generally in control of these emotions, right? But it's like Cancer happened to be on that. Personality could be here or there. You know what I'm saying? We either feeling real good, you make me feel real good, and then I get around a motherfucker that I don't really like, and then switch. You know what I'm saying? Even though I am feeling good, I'm gonna act like I'm not feeling good because I'm around your ass. That's that's Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So like one way it could be good is you holding in these emotions and not expressing with the heart on the sleeve personality. You know what I'm saying? And you at work or something like that. I mean, sorry, no, maybe not at work. This is about fifth house, not sixth house. You expressing yourself and what I mean, you holding in the crabby nature. You know what I'm saying? You're holding in that crabby personality and you bringing that royal fixed water into it. Your real hard emotions. You see what I'm saying? Ones that other people may not be ready for. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you gotta be able to bring this person in this space and like have them be ready for your expression. You see what I'm saying? Like you want to get them to know you so much, and the point that you communicate in the home so much with that Libra that there ain't no real misconception about why you are being this behind the scenes nature in the way of expressing yourself. It's just like, you don't want us to have people see you sweat. You know what I'm saying? Cancer like to feel good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If a motherfucker not making you feel good, you gonna come out and express that ice and start throwing ice at motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Throwing ice blocks at people. Expressing, think about it. It's like fifth house is that fire being in front of everybody expressing itself. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. You just it's like everybody's sitting in the igloo around a motherfucking ice block. And they all like, oh shit, this is how this person feel. You can't change that shit. Can't change how they express themselves. Only they can do that. Only they can do that. Scorpio's that Martian sign. They're gonna do what the fuck they want to do. But yeah, let me just kind of wrap it up. You got your first house Cancer, fifth house would be Scorpio, ninth house would be Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think it's pretty interesting. Your ninth house being Pisces because you kind of scared of the wisdom and knowledge, just like that. Like what I mean, that knowledge I just gave you upon the fifth house, that might be kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, is that a feeling I really want to get into? But yeah, that's a whole other video. Ninth house on the Pisces is a whole other video. But this is on the fifth house in Scorpio and Cancer rising. It's all Cancer rising series. So, holla back, y'all.